Tebo wano ku kisabo tuli ennakaloke abantu balabika nti batudde abantu beyongedde okutuula era kamera singa ebange ekulaga sayidi eri olabira ddala nti abantu bagenze batuula mu bungi bwabwe naye mu kiseera kino njagala tubeere nga twogerako n'abamu ku bantu ab'enkizo abali ku mukolo guno ogw'olunaku olwaleero. Ku mukolo guno engeri gy'abadde nti abadde ambasada owa Uganda mu ggwanga erya Kenya. Tuli bamukisa nti ate wano wennyini tulina ne ba ambassadors abalala wano. Nina ambasada wa Australia saidi eri owa Cuba ne saidi eri tujja kuba tunyumyamu mpola mpola nabo. Nyabo ambasada Cuba tukulamusiza nnyo oli butereevu ensi ekulaba njagala olamuse ku batu.
Ndi wano n'ennaku nnyingi nnyo era ntuusa okusaasira kwange n'okwa embase yange eya Uganda eri Canberra basitaafu bonna ne bambasada bonna abatasobodde kubeera wano batusaasidde nnyo 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 olw'okufiirwa muganda waffe Dr. Hassan Galiwanga. Nze kamwa koogera Shuha Samali Dorothy nakola ne Dr. Hassan Galiwanga ku NRM Secretariat nga ndi Deputy Secretary General ye ngali Director Finance and Administration. Alibadde musajja mukozi nnyo mukwata mpola mobilizer era ffe nga aba movement bafiiriddwa nnyo nnyo nnyo. Ya mobilizinga nnyo okumobilizingira pate yaffe ya NRM wano e Mbale n'amobilizingira NRM Uganda yonna as a finance and administration director ng'ali ku secretariat. N'olwekyo tunyoleddwa nnyo 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 bwe twafiiriddwa muganda waffe era nga ambasada munnaffe tuwulira ennaku nnyingi nnyo. Ffe twafunye omukisa twabadde kumpi ne tujja twegattire wamu ku bannaffe baganda baffe ab'ekitundu kino ab'ensi yonna okukungubaga muganda waffe ambasada Dr. Mujjukira okubeera nti omusajja omukozi nga wenkugambye nti nakola naye ku kitebe awataaka wansi w'emyaka 10. Nze nga ndi mumyuka ku Secretariat, Deputy Secretary General ye nga Director. Ennaku wetwabeeranga nga tuli ku mobilizingira National Conference nga twetebe bakatulo tukolera ekibiina kyaffe ng'olaba omuntu alumirwa, omuntu ali patriotic alumirwa ekibiina kye, alumirwa ensi ye okubeera nti weewaayo omulimu gwo ogutuusiriza bulungi nnyo. Abadde musajja awuliriza era nze weewabangawo kyamanyi nti ng'ajja okuneebuuzako tukitambuza tutya. Era nze namwesooka okuyingira mu diplomatic life owa ambasada n'agamba nti maama nange bantumye Nairobi neŋŋamba genda okolere gavumenti yo. Nze Dorothy Samali Shuha, ambasada wa Uganda, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji n'ensi endala nga 10.
Toyanzege atugoberera ensonga tugenda nga tuzikwata mpola mpola ku sayidi eno era nagaye nti wendi weebali ow'Ecuba naye mulina era alina bingi byayinza okwogera ku mugenzi. Your Excellency, ensi abantu bakulaba
amanya gange nze Ambasada Elizabeth Musaazi nzaalibwa mu disitulikiti y'e Nakaseke, nzaalibwa omugenzi Ike Musaazi, the national hero wa Uganda, yeebase Kololo. Nina okusaalirwa olw'okubibwako Dr. Hassan Galiwanga. Simumanyidde ebbanga ddene naye akatono ke mumanyi, mwami akwata mpola nnyo, yeetegereza, tabuguutana. Mujjukira omwaka oguwedde we twagenda ku twali ekyankwanzi nga Ambassadors, era nga omulaba nga muntu mukakamu nnyo, era nga ye talina kyapapira, naye ng'alimu okusinziira abantu abasinga okumumanya kye boogera, ng'alimu ekyama ekyokwagala abantu, mukulembeze, muyigiriza, asomeseza bangi okusinziira bwe mpulidde. Tujja musaalirwa nnyo. Nsaba nsaasire abafamire ye, bannamwandu, abaana, abazzukulu, abooluganda, ab'emikwano, ab'ekyalo, community, okusinga ne NRM efiiriddwa omuweereza, kuba nze nammanyira ku secretariat awo nga tugendayo mu biseera ebya kampeyini okwebuuza nga yakuwa ku magezi naga agenda okole bwoti, genda osayininge kino nakiri, leeta kino nakiri, nga muntu mukakamu ate nga ajjudde amagezi. Tusaaliddwa nnyo, tufiiriddwa nnyo ng'eggwanga. Mbadde nsuubira nti nja mukyazaako ecuba nga nteredde, naye tekisobose. Mukama bw'atyo bwageze, Mukama amuwe ekiwumulo ekirungi.
Your Excellency, ecuba bitamba.
Ecuba birungi.
Abasawo baluwa, mwatusuubiza abasawo ne mutabaliita.
Nali sinnajja naye abasawo bajja. Abasawo mwebali, Embalala gye bali, Enaggulu gye bali, n'olwekyo abasawo
bwebali. Toyanzege kansembyeyo Ambasada ono ate tulabike nti tudda ku sayidi endala. Sebo, mwe ng'abali mu diplomatic life, kiki ky'oyinza okwogera ku Ambasada Hassan Galiwanga? Ekisooka amanya ne
amanya gange nze Ambasada Moses Kawaluko Kizige. Moses Kawaluko Kizige, mbadde ne Haji Zubairi Galiwanga, Haji Hassan Waswa Galiwanga, ne mutowe Zubairi Galiwanga, kuira ddala mu 1982 kubanga twasinkana nabo Mali High School nga tuli mu finals eza Uganda Commercial Bank Cup, nga ensi zonna eza Uganda zikunganyidde awo. Nali nzanya omupiira nga nzanya mu Namasagali College nga ndi mu Sirius 6, nantukirira nga ayagala ntwale njoyininge Mbale Heroes. Unfortunately, when namala Sirius 6, Hasule yantwala nenjoyininga Sports Club Villa. Nenzanya omupiira mu national team. Bwe nawumula omupiira mu 1990 nentandika okuweereza FUFA nga FUFA delegate. Era Haji Hassan Galiwanga nga ava Mbale eno netusinkana nze nga nva Kambuli ne tugenda ku FUFA. Mu 1993 nengenda ku FUFA executive. 1994 nga tumaze okugoba semenobe ne tiimu ye nenfuuka national FUFA treasurer. Tutambudde bwe tutyo. Bwe twatandika politics ne tusinkana ne tutambula ffenna. Ekiri most significant nti Haji Galiwanga we yalekulira ku RDC Masindi najja ne yesimbawo mu municipality wa Mbale n'atayitamu. Nze nange nali siwangudde primaries nga president apadde assignment okukulira secretariat ya NRM okugisetting up. Naye bwe twamaliriza elections ne mugamba nti secretary general nze ngenda mu consultancy ne tutakirizaganya ku kiki kye basasula director. Kati secretary general Amama Mbabazi ne Dorothy Shuka deputy batugamba n'owekitiibwa Mafaabi nti mulonde omuntu ayinza okudda mu bigere ebyo Kizige. Mu ngeri eyo ne tulonda Haji Hassan Galiwanga n'ajja ku secretariat. Emyaka gyonna gy'amaze ku secretariat tubadde naye. Kyensinga okujjukira ndowooza mu 2010 nga tuli mu national conference yafiirwa maama we nga conference yakatandika naye nga ye nenze feka abaali charge of the finances n'agamba nti sijja kuleka buvunaanyizibwa buno maama bamuziike. Teyaziika maama we because he was serving the party. So twasikana eventually kubanga nze nobegeyo mbadde minister wa state for Karamoja naye bwe bampa obwambasada namusanga nga ye yansookayooko emyezi nga 6 tubadde tukolera wamu nga ne bwe tutoola bwe tubeera mu conference tutoola wamu because of that long background. So nfiiriddwa mukwano gwange, tufiiriddwa senior, tufiiriddwa educator. Yasooka okutandika commercial school muno mu Mbale zirakola bicom nga nzije n'ensomesa mu ssomero lye n'atandika Mbale progressive n'aweereza abantu. So he's a person this city is going to miss and this country has missed.
NRM egenda kufiirwa ki?
NRM tulina abakozi bangi naye abakozi ababeera dedicated ne babavuma ne babogerera ebigambo ne babawayiriza ebintu naye ne basigala nga bakyali focus batono. Haja abadde omu kwabo Moses Kiziga, Ambasada wa Uganda e Moscow. Nze atwala Russia, Ukraine neze endala zonna ezo zaali mu Soviet Union. Teri ntalo eri zeri musoga abasoga tugamba nti ebitanga biri wamu tebirema kukodagana naye tebyatika byonna bijja kuggwa.
Yanzege Ambasada we Russia naye omulabi njagala tweyongereyo mpola wano ku side eno wendi we wali family y'abannaffe era abantu boolaba wano be bagenda mu maaso n'okubeera nti babuuza ku bakyala b'omugenzi era nga bwe batudde awo abakyala abo abasatu nga bo balaba ayo wali embeera kirimu yembeera gye tulimu eyo mpola
Ssaabasajja wa Buganda Katikkiro omubaka wa Katikkiro mu Eastern Region twagala kwebaza twagala kweyongera okusanyukira
mu kiseera kino njagala kweyongera ate nkuwe ono alabika nti pate nga abantu abamu we bayongera okujja njagala embeera eyo oye honorable asembe side eri mu makkati yabadde omukyala omukulu ate ku side eno ye mukyala namba 3 njagala twogereko ne mutabani wa Haji Galiwanga Ambasada bamwita Jamil Galiwanga
Miro Zubairi Galiwanga Zubairi Miro Galiwanga erinnya lyange era nga nze omwana we ow'okutaano.
Kiki oyinza okwogera ku bulamu bwa taata?
Taata abadde musajja w'amaanyi kubanga abadde musomesa, abadde politician, y'omu ku Baganda abasinze okupromotinga Obuganda mu Bugisu, era weba mbadde muwulirangako waliwo abantu abadde bagambanga nti Mbale nayo lyafuuka ssaza lya Kabaka, y'omu ku basajja abasinze okupromotinga Obuganda.
Be bamu ku basajja abajjebu.
Ate ekintu ekimu abasinga kye batamanyi nti taata waffe oyo gw'olaba muzzukulu wa Sirimani Kaggwa. Sirimani Kaggwa y'omu ku basajja mu Luzungu bwe bayita subordinate chiefs abaali aba Semeika kungulu, abasajja Abaganda abajja ne Semeika kungulu ne basetolinga Mbale. So oyo omwami Sirimani Kaggwa yali musajja musiraamu, be basajja abaleeta obusiraamu mu Bugisu, kubanga bagenda okujja mu Bugisu nga obusiraamu tebuliwo. Abantu abayinangako ku busiraamu baalinga mu areas ez'obusoga ne eri ezeetoolodde ezesembereza Kampala oba ezesembereza Buganda naye obusiraamu okusemberwa okutuuka eno okutuuka mu Mbale
wano ndaba Nakaloke yonna w'abasiraamu.
Exactly. So family eno family y'amaanyi nnyo mu busiraamu kubanga kitaffe era y'omu ku babadde bakulembera project ey'okuzimba omuzikiti gw'e Nakaloke era nga gubadde gugambibwa okuba nti gwe gubadde gugenda okubeera omuzikiti ogumu ku gisinga okuba egy'amaanyi oba eminene mu Uganda. So akoledde nnyo obusiraamu, abadde musajja musomesa, yasomesa okuva ku primary n'asomesa ku secondary n'asomesa ne ku university ku IUIU era abadde lecturer mu public administration ku IUIU ng'ate ogenda ku politics yo ate yakolera ddala kubanga yaliko RDC Mbale wano, yaliko LC3 owa Industrial Division Mbale wano, yaliko kansala wa Masaba Ward mu Mbale wano. Ate n'ekirala president yamu transferring nnyo mu bifo ebyenjawulo nga amuwa obwa RDC. Yaliko RDC w'e Masindi mu 2004, yaliko RDC w'e Sembabule mu 2003. So asavinze nnyo eggwanga. Mu NRM asavinze mu position za mirundi ebiri. Yaliko director wa mobilization, recruitment and cadre development mu NRM. Ate n'ekirala yaliko director wa administration and finance mu NRM. From there, mu 2021, President namuwa obwa Ambasada, era Allah agenza okumujja mu bulamu bw'ensi nga ye Ambasada ensi bbiri. Abadde Ambasada wa Nairobi, Kenya, at the same time nga Ambasada wa Seychelles. So he was a very hard-working man. Abadde musajja mukozi. That's why he has gotten recognition. Ate abadde ayagala nnyo abantu nga muntu mugabi. Ngagaba nnyo oba wali owuliddeko essomero lye bayita Mbale Progressive Secondary School lyerimu ku masomero agasinga okuba ag'amaanyi mu Mbale wano. In fact, for the previous years it has been in the top 3 schools in the district. Masomero ge naye nga bw'okola research or realizing nti abazadde bangi abalese abaana ne basomera mu masomero ago naye nga basomera bwereere because of his kind heart. He has been helping the needy on many occasions. From family yaffe tubadde tulina foundation nga bagita Galiwanga Foundation. Galiwanga Foundation eyambye abantu bangi. Tubadde tugendanga mu malwaliro nga tugabira abalwadde ebintu nga tusonda ssente ne tujjanjaba abalwadde, but he has been spearheading it. He has been the protagonist. So we have lost a very big pillar, not only in our society but also in our family. Family yaffe efiiriddwa omuntu w'amaanyi nnyo, yabadde atugatta ffenna kubanga it has been an extended family nga y'amaanyi. Kubanga ffe twatuusa kaseera nga tetukyekonsideringa nga Baganda, nga societies ne communities ez'obugisu zaatu embracinga ng'era tulinga
twogere nga bwetutambula nga tudde eno tufune ku kifaananyi kya basiraamu abatudde sayidi eri endala
nga zaatu embracinga nga tulinga abagisu kubanga tuyambye nnyo obugisu okusinga abantu abangi bewandiise nti bagisu. So that's why when you see all these numbers abantu abazze wano mu bungi, it's not by mistake. It's because they know how great a man he was. They know the things he has done for this district, the things he has done for his community, and also the things he has done for his family.
Thank you.
So I'm out of simanyi bigambo byenyinzako isako describinga naye nga abadde musajja w'amaanyi nnyo.
Kiki kyoyinza okwogera ku kusoma kwe bangamba nti yasomako obusomesa ate n'addayo n'asoma siniya?
Kitaffe kantandikire ku mazaalibwa gwe yazaalibwa mu 1958 era mutabanyi wa Hassan, mutabani wa Muhammad Galiwango, Haj ne Hajat Nantume Zam Galiwango. Okusoma kwe yasomera wa kojjawe yali awangalira Kadokoloni mu district ey'Ebutebe olunaku lwa leero. Eyo gye yasomera primary era yasomera mu kasomero kaali kasomero katono nnyo nga bakayita Kaningina kali eyo Kadokoloni. Naye nga akasomero ako koolaba Kaningina newankubadde yali mu kasomero katono nnyo okumanya yali ayagala nnyo okusoma ate yali musajja muyivu nnyo. Y'omuyizi eyasinga mu bigezo ebya PLE oba simanyi oba mu biseera byabwe babiyitanga PLE n'ebigezo ebyali bimaliriza primary mu biseera byabwe in the 60s omwaka gwabwe he was the best something like that. So he was the best student in their year in the whole of Butebu, in the whole of Bukede region, and the records are there. From there, he went to a primary teacher training college, and he graduated as a primary teacher. So nasomesa primary banga naye nalabanga primary temalanga yetaga okusomesa secondary kubanga yalagala nnyo obusomesa kati na enrolling mu secondary school bali bagiyita Masaba High nasoma nafuna A-level certificate ye olwamala okufuna A-level certificate ye mu Masaba High awo najoininga Islamic University in Uganda. So he was one of the pioneer students aba Islamic University in Uganda. Era mu records je ziri nti university yatandika mu 1988 naye nga Haji Galiwanga y'omu ku bayizi abasooka era nga kigambibwa nti abayizi abasomera mu ssomero ebiseera ebyo baali basasula ssomero nga bo tebasasula tuition kubanga bali baagala ku promotinga busiraamu. University yajja nga ejjidde mu bya busiraamu, so y'omu ku bayizi abasooka na graduating around 1992. We are graduating na enrolling irawo na joining a masters. So we are joining a masters program here. Najimaliriza masters ku bachelor's level yakola busomesa, Bachelor of Arts in Education, na graduating ngo musomesa wa secondary. Era na joining a institute bali bagita Mika nga somesa history kubanga yesomo lyasinga okugukamu ebyafaayo
andikako nnyo ku African history
yali African history. So it was the first institute yasomesamu Mika Institute. Olwamala masters ye ng'afunye first class degree mu masters University ya IU ne Musigaza nga lecturer. Era ya lecturing mu university eyo n'atuuka n'okukola PhD ye nga lecturer mu university eyo. So yakolera PhD ye yagikolera mu University South Africa bagiyita Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University. University yakolera mu PhD South Africa mu public administration, era we yamala PhD ye ne bamukuza mu department eya public administration mu IU ne bamuwa head of department. That was around 2007-8. So ne bamuwa head of department yakola nnyo mu eyo department. Era president we yatuusa okumuwa obukulembeze mu NRM n'alaba nga tajja kusobola mirimu ja Islamic University in Uganda n'afuuka part time nga asomesa abaana ba masters bokka. Yes, yafuka part time.
Ye musajja yatandika okwerandiza nga musomesa nga mwizi wa primary.
Yali ayagala nnyo levels ez'okusoma zonna yazisomesa.
Mwe abalekedde ki mwe ng'abaana mutima kigwa abalese.
Nga kano siso akalekayo Haji Galiwanga yarealizing nti okusomesa kwokka tekumala, yeetaaga asomese n'abantu abatasobola kweyamba. It's one of the things ebyamu inspiring okuggulawo Mbale Progressive. Eryo somero yalitandika mu 1993. Era guno omwaka badde ligenda kuweza emyaka 3 era abadde mu ntegeka ya kukola mukolo ogu celebrating emyaka 3 mu Mbale Progressive. So that is basically what I can say about his legacy.
Mwenga abaana ogambe oli wa kusatu?
Nze ndi wa kutaano.
Oli wa kutaano. Muri bameka gwe bomanyi
bemanyi nga omanyi nti omusajja tebambayira nzaalo bemmanyi tumanyi abaana 12 newankubadde ababiri baatufaako, so tubadde twasigala abaana 10 abaana 10.
Kiki kyabalese mukyolaba nti taata waffe atusizeemu kino kyenjagala okutegeera
element taata waffe gyasinza otuteekamu kubanga taata yansomesa ekintu kimu personally. I cannot speak for my siblings because yatutuzanga nnyo kinoomu nga kusomesa ekintu nga ggwe nga he gives you a lesson depending on how he has seen you as a person. Nze kintu kyesinga okunsomesa ng'omuntu kitange yansomesa nti ebintu bye weekolerera tebidefindinga legacy yo cause wofa ofa nabyo, naye ebintu by'okoledde abalala n'otakinga obulamu bwabwe n'okyusa obulamu bw'abantu abalala abatali ggwe bye bidefindinga legacy yo. In other words, kambyogere kubanga yabingamba mu Luzungu. In English yaŋŋamba nti your assets or the things you do for yourself, for your personal development, don't define your legacy. Because a legacy is not defined by what you've done for yourself, but it is defined by what you've done for other people. Because when you touch the lives of other people, then you've made a legacy. So yansomesa ekintu ekyo mu butuufu nakifunamu ekyokuyiga kingi. That's why nange ng'omuntu na joining obusomesa era kubanga yaŋŋamba nti one of the easiest ways of touching other people is by becoming a teacher, because every time you stand in front of the classroom okyusa obulamu bw'abantu. Yesebo
tuyanzege bigambo ki byogamba abantu abali eyo ababasaasira kati mu kiseera kino kuba abamu abantu abazze wano bazze ku lwa mukwano ku lwa ŋŋanda neggwe oliwo ku lwa kitaawo gwe nga gwe message gy'oyinza okuwa eri abantu abo ababalaba era babasaasira nti bambi bafiiriddwa kitaabwe?
message gye nnyinza okuwa abantu abali eyo kubanga nkimanyi abantu bangi abanyoleddwa mu kufa kwe. Message gye nnyinza okubawa nti bagume bebale kubeera naffe, bebale tusupportinga, naye obulamu bwe bubeere kyakuyiga eri buli muntu, kubanga Hajji Galiwanga y'omu ku basajja ababadde nga babadde ba NRM throughout whole his life, abadde wa NRM naye nga abantu tebamuvumye, tebamwogeredde kintu kibi kyonna, ebimwogerwako birungi byokka. So okubeera mu NRM tekikudefining nga kubeera mubi. Abadde wa NRM nga gikolerera naye nga ate abantu abatali ba NRM bonna ate mikwano gye, ate nga bamwagala, ate nga n'abantu bamwagala. So abantu bonna abali eyo mufune ekyokuyiga nti tokkirizanga pate gy'olimu kudefininga, kubanga at the end of the day tukolerera bulamu. We are working for humanity and the well living of mankind. That's what it stood for.
Tuyanzage Jamil
Miro Zubair Galiwanga.
Milo Zubairi Galiwanga omu ku baana ab'omugenzi gwe atwese wano olunaku olwaleero. Ambasada alabika nti akoze bingi okukyusa obulamu bwe nga ye omuntu, so nga ate bw'otunuulira ekifaananyi ekinene. Njagala Hassan Sibu asooka akuwa ekifaananyi ky'abasiraamu abali wano abatudde wansi basiraamu. Obedda nkuwa ekifaananyi, obedda kyenkuwa kiri ku sayidi yeeri. Obedda ekifaananyi kyenkuwa kiri sayidi yeeri. Obedda ekifaananyi kyenkuwa kiri ku sayidi yeeri. Kati njagala nkuwa ekifaananyi ky'abantu abazze ate abatudde ku sayidi ey'obusiraamu. Tiimu erabika nti etambula nga tetunaba kudda eri muzindaalo guli. Njagala nsooke nkuwe Sheikh y'omu ku bantu abazze wano. Seka njagala olamuse ku bantu abatulaba, weeyanjule. Obwedda tonatuuka wano abantu baŋŋamba ki omuleseewa ali luddawa, abamu baagala okukulabako. Njagala weeyanjule ate obeeko nekyoyogera lwaki otindiza olugendo olwo.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rrajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Amanya nze Hussein Ali Bulafu, ndi musomesa ku Islamic University in Uganda era nga ndi Islamic Law Consultant kibuga Kampala Foundation. Ekindeese wano olunaku olwaleero Dr. Hassan Waswa Galiwanga y'omu ku basajja ab'amaanyi ffe mu Mbale, ngeri gye ndi nange ow'Embale, abanene be tulina mu Mbale muno, era nga tosobola kwogera ku busiraamu kutebenkera mu mbeera zonna empagi zonna nga Hajji omuleseeyo. Y'omu ku basajja ababadde abagagga nga balabirira abanaku, nga bagaba hijja, nga baziwa abantu ab'enjawulo. Kale okutwaliza ewamu abadde musajja w'amaanyi, era obusiraamu ffe nga mu Mbale n'eggwanga lyonna mu sayidi y'eddiini tukitwala nti ddibu ddene, era tusaaliddwa nnyo. Tusaba Allah abeere nga atuddizaawo.
Twogere nga bwe tutambula. Njagala twogere nga bwe tutambula. Tuddeko ku sayidi y'eno. Atulaba ndi namunnamateeka. Njagala odde sayidi. Twogera bwe tutambula. Byankizo ki by'obadde omulabamu?
Dr. Galiwanga ng'omuntu ekisookera ddala abadde muntu wa wansi nga mwetowaze. Oba oli mugagga akukwatanga buzze, omunaku akukwatanga buzze. Ye muntu eyategeera empisa z'abantu mu sitatases zonna nga buzze bwakukwata. era ze zimu ku nsonga lwaki abantu bano abangi abazze mu biti ebyenjawulo okuviira ddala mu b'obuyinza gavumenti n'omuntu owa wansi bonna bawulira nga bbanja eryokuba nga bajja ne babeerawo okusobola okulaba okuwitnessinga omukolo guno ogusemba essebo.
Amanya gwani?
Hussein Ali Bolaf emmanya gange ndi musomesa enzaalo ey'Embale ku Islamic University in Uganda pozibu amateeka w'obusiraamu Omuka Foundation e Kampala.
Twenze ekifaananyi kye njagala weeyongera okubeera nti olaba ate era n'omukolo gugenda mu maaso.
Who has not only been a career or an administrator, diplomat, but has also been at the local level a very good educationist and entrepreneur. He set up a number of schools and bursaries.
Mu butuufu Haji Galiwango bangi abamwogerako nga bayogera. Haji ati salamu alaykum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Njagala mu bufunze mu dakiika 2 otubuulire gwe nkulaba mu kibuga Kampala simanyi kiki kikulese Mbale eno. Dr. Galiwango
at very low level.
Ense kulaba.
Dr. Galiwango started as a food mobilizer.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salamu
Tuli wano Mbale, tuli ku kisaawe kya Nakaloke.
Gwe lwaki ozzenga gwe ng'omuntu lwaki tusinga okwagala?
Nzize wano lwakubanga Dr. Galiwango yali lecturer wange kinkakatako nnyo bwe nawulidde okufa kwe nawulidde nga kinsusaliddwa nnyo omuntu omusomi ate nga musiraamu. So ne ŋŋamba kanzije nziike Dr. naye nali mbaddeko Mbale era Mbale njagala nnyo. Yes.
Kikyomujjukirako tunulya kamera kikyomujjukirako?
Kyenjijjukira ku Dr. abadde muntu mulungi ng'ayamba nnyo abantu, atya ng'atuwaza scholarship, atya ng'ayamba abaana abali mu secondary, naddala ddala abaana abatalina buyambi abadde abayamba nnyo.
Twenzege atulaba tugendagenda mu maaso oyinza okugenda n'otuula tujja genda mu maaso n'okubeera tubatuusaako nga bwe tutandise era bwe tugenda okubeera nti tubawa buli kimu.
Corrupt-free, scandal-free services and contribution to nation building. We continue to be proud of Dr. Galiwango. It's very rare in the Uganda of today to have leaders of the caliber of Dr. Galiwango. We shall continue to mourn him. We take this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President, who gave Dr. Galiwango an opportunity to serve this country. Because it's through those appointments of His Excellency the President that Dr. Galiwango was able to showcase his leadership skills. Without those appointments, very few would have known the leadership credentials of Dr. Galiwango. We are happy to the President. We are happy to those all who supported him during the course of his work. We also take this opportunity to thank the people of Mbale who supported him so much to the extent that he was able to be recognized by the political leadership of the NRM party. Our dear Secretary General and all other leaders here, I take this opportunity to inform you, or through you, to inform our national party chairman and the President of the Republic of Uganda that the demise of Dr. Hassan Galiwango has left a good number of cadres whom he had groomed and can ably fit in his shoes. We request that the position of Dr. Galiwango can be filled by an equally able cadre from Bugisu sub-region. We have a number of them we can always identify. Thank you so much. Just a minute, let me conclude. Now, Dr. Galiwango is not yet here, the body is not yet here, but Dr. Galiwango fought a good fight. He finished the race and kept the faith. May his soul rest in peace and his legacy lives on for God and my country. I wish all of you journey masses back to your respective homes.
That is the chairman of Mbale City. Wanyalanabi, your worship the mayor. The floor is yours. Mr. Chairman NRM City, those were good words in good sentences. Your Lordship, the Mayor, this is a very difficult time when I'm supposed to be a very strict timekeeper. Only 5 minutes. Kindly, in the interest of time, only 5 minutes. After the Mayor, my brother Sender, we have received many messages. You mentioned the writer who signed as brief as that. Your Worship.
Nasimile Bwana MC the Vice President in absentia was yet to come. The Secretary General was with us. The Honourable Members of Parliament. Mwesisa na mwesile ho huliraho Dr. Galiwanga. Bashasi bosisana na kubona Mayor of Industry of Galiwanga and Mayor of Northern. You'll join me maybe, I don't know. Muhammad Masaba, Manika George, Bonani Speaker, Weste, Bomuriwana, would stand together. That's a rock of Ambao in Bukachini Waterway. In Buka, in Zibumavi, Mbale, Gw'okuziikka, no Kulikweleshera Umundu is face when you meet them. Dr. Galiwanga is not only our personal friend, but was a mentor. I think personally, I'm standing here like the RDC said, Mr. Imran, because of him. Dr. Galiwanga is the one who made the first attempt in Mbale with a private school, and it was our period as pioneer students that were able to send 16 students to Makerere University on government sponsorship, and I was part of them. And actually, he gave us free education that I paid my fees when my senior citizens have come back. So, our Nikumoyo, Waswa Ambasada, Akanisira, I think politically, he regarded me as foot soldiers during the time of late Wapakaburo. So he was a man, Abo Hasosola, he was not discriminative, Akenda ni abana bakere, wakenda ni bahulu, indefu base za bahulu. Politically, Abasamanya Nanoli Mupate Sina, I think for him the major interest was really about development of the city. Like the chair NRM stars just said, at the time when we elected him as chairperson LC3, we saw how industrial division shined and of course made the municipality then to equally shine. So he's one person we are going to remember as a great educationist, as a person who had passion for Mbale. I think last week while at Platinum in the hospital, he called and said, Mayor, we want you to continue with the way Mbale, the direction is taking. I don't know that because he was passing on, but he told me, I've been hunting for you. One was to introduce me to one of the ladies of our former mayor, late Hajiwaske. And then the other one, he said, we would share personally when I get to Kampala. And 2 days after we have talked is when I was told he has been airlifted to Nairobi. We thank the team that was in Nairobi. They kept in touch of whatever was going on. We are following up to the last minute when he passed on. We are notified, and I want to thank the team that has been there. Of course, it's a moment that for us, we will not say we are mourning, but we are actually celebrating his time. The most important thing now is for us to learn from what he has done and emulate the legacy he has left behind. So it's not time for crying. but it's time to celebrate and showcase, especially for us, his products. I'm very sure that 80% of the people here are his former students. It is not time if we apologize, late doctor. I think we can go on up to the next day. But of course, with me, we run the city with Industrial Division, Mayor, Mr. Mohamud Masawa is right here with me. Northern Division with Mr. George Mwanika right here. We run with our State Speaker, Mai Nambuya is here. We run with the Madame Rebecca Nayariano, Mai Aisha, ni Mai Lunyolo, Pesa nanga nakurana ni Honorable Councillor Industrial. So Norecho Obasima Mavi, Mwanya Mweza Holi, we appreciate you for standing with us during this hard moment. We wish you journey masses back to your destination. Thank you so much. My name is Kasim Namugadi.
Thank you, Mayor. As we continue to recognize the mourners who have traversed this country to come and send off our dear friend, the next person on the list is the resident city commissioner, Mbale, and kindly move a little faster, district commissioners who have graced this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, the program stands as follows. After the resident city commissioner, we shall have a representative of the Uganda High Commission. Thereafter, or a representative from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thereafter, we are going to have a family representative. We shall have a family friend. And that will take us to the office of the Mufti of Uganda. And immediately, when the Mufti is on the floor, the next person will be the representative of the Ugisu Parliamentary Caucus, who will have an opportunity to introduce the members of parliament and the honorable ministers who have graced this occasion. And that will take us to the Secretary General of the mighty party of the NRM, who will invite the chief mourner on this auspicious occasion, who shall be Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. RCC Mbale on the floor.
Chief Mourner in absentia, all my people of Uganda, the mourners, the family of the deceased, our friends, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to join us in this very difficult situation. I'm John Rex Achila, the RCC of Mbale. We have summarized our presence here since the late has been a colleague of our own. He has been an RDC. So we'd like to have a minute for each of my colleagues to greet the people, just greet, and we end there. Can I begin with the fathers?
Oh dear. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. My name is Hud Hussein, a born of this place and the resident district commissioner for Rengo. We are humbled by the, because of time, I want to stop there. We thank you for coming to mourn with us, and we pray that the Almighty grants Hajj Dr. Ambasada Galiwanga Jana. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much. Protocol observed. I am Nseko Anthony Tibuhabulwa, Deputy RDC of Kumi. Thank you.
I'm Mbale Patience, Resident District Commissioner, Manafa.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Kama sinaka sevananga naske asmin RDC wetie Mbale. Mwajalo kwita.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. I am Omukolo Nusra Juma, the Deputy Residence District Commissioner for Sirongo.
Kama saba mwenayo. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi. I'm Prosi Mwanjuzi, the outgoing Deputy RCC Mbale City Northern Division. Abantu banga benakaloke kitalo nnyo.
A sad moment. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Mukamba Ibrahim, Deputy RDC Budaka.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Zebanja Hamza, Deputy RCC Mbale City, in charge of Industrial Division.
Sebananga Shilaku James, RDC Weabimu, Numwana Mbale, Karambaho Mugenzi, Isemba Bulenga RDC.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nze Wede Yahaya, Deputy RCC Northern Division, Wanowetuli, Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Science of Balance.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahumma ighfir lahu, Allahumma thabbituhu. Kamba Amir, Deputy RDC Bulambuli.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Ekiror Washaki Ahmad, RDC Lokumi District.
Alina ilahi walina ilahi wachioni. Sempala Chigozi, RDC MPG. Aji Galiwanga, Mungu amuumuze milele. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Imran Muluga Haj, RDC Bukedeya, omugenzi yansomesa okukola amasomero ate nansenda okuyingira mu byobufuzi. Nenyimirawo kuba mpya emirundi mingi naye ngangwa.
My fellow mourners, we have said all about the late Waswa Galiwanga. We know for sure he has left a legacy for which we can all trace. He has been with us in all cycles as an administrator, as a financial controller in the NRM, and he has left a name for which many of those with whom he has worked should follow up. So may I take this opportunity in the interest of time to call the LC5s of all the districts who are here to come and introduce themselves. Thank you very much, colleagues RDCs. I say that for God and my country. Thank you for coming to mourn with us.
Kindly chairperson LC5s and cows, but you will not mention the names. We shall make special recognition. My brother Osenda, we have received many messages. You studied summary. Yes.
As we wait for the local 5 chairpersons, let me recognize these messages. Twafunye obubaka nga buva mu Katuba zone ebweyogerere Ekira municipality. Yabusayinizeeko bamuyita Hussein Lutaya, chairman w'ekyalo. Yatuwadde emitwalo 10. Weebale nnyo, weebalire ddala. Twafunye obubaka nga buva Mr. Adnur M. Sekinde. Is a condolence message which has come all the way from Islamic University in Uganda alumni. So we'd like to thank the alumni for really standing with the family. They have given us 500,000 shillings. We have got a message from Nakaloke Secondary School, and it is undersigned by Hajat Mastura Singo Nancha. It has an attachment of 1 million shillings. Thank you so much, Madam Hajat Mastura Singo Nancha. We have got a message from Uganda Christian University of Mbale University College. It is undersigned by Dr. Kigenyi Erisa Mazaki, who is also a former student of Dr. Galiwanga. And thank you so much for the message, and we thank you so much. We have got a message which comes from Nkoma Secondary School. It is undersigned by Kawanguzi Abubakar for head teacher. And it has an attachment of 100,000 shillings. Thank you so much. We have got a message from Mbale Comprehensive High School, and which is owned by 3 children formerly educated by Galiwanga. That is Wataka Paul, Kigenye Risa, and Bernard Osenda. It is undersigned by Bernard Osenda, who is the managing director, plus 200,000 shillings. Thank you so much, Mbale Comprehensive High School.
Tubadde tusaba ba chairman bero C5 ne bakao ne ba chairman NRM olwokwesa omukono guno ekitiibwa mujjeko wano Secretary General abalabe nga we muli.
Thank you. We have got a message from Wapa Greens Gardens. And you know, Dr. Galiwanga worked with the Wapa family for long. And it is undersigned by Ambasada Mama Angelina Wapa Habulo. And it has given us consolation. Thank you, Mama Angelina, for the message and the family. We have already recognized a message from Ambassador Mama Angelina Wapahabulo, and it has an enclosement of funeral expenses. We have received a message from Sekindi Aisha, and for the family of Haji Muhammad Sekindi, and with an attachment of 1 million Ugandan shillings. Thank you so much, family of Haji Muhammad Sekindi, for standing with us.
As you plan to read another set, in the interest of time, Mukade wafe rector wa Islamic University, because of public demand, jangu yogereko eri abantu, ng'omugenzi yasomera mu Islamic University, ate wafuuka doctor n'asomesa abaana abamu bakaawo nga bali ku mukolo guno. Jangu oyanjuleko abakulu, musomesa wange baŋŋambye mumbeere timekeeper dakiika 5.
Bismillahi rahmani rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa ajma'in wa ba'd. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Basebo bamashe, sebo deputy mufti aliwano, sebo secretary general wa NRM secretariat, abakungu mwenna ba RDC, ba members ba parliament, local councils, abasiramu bahaji ne bahajjati, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ono jenyimiridde naye wano ye Vice Rector wa Academic Affairs mu Islamic University in Uganda, era nga ndi Vice Rector wa Finance and Administration, representing a rector atasobodde kubaawo naye kitalo nnyo nti tufiiriddwa mukadde waffe, muganda waffe, mukwano gwaffe, era twali nayo olwasembayo mu VIP lounge ku ssaawa nga 11 ne tusaala naye subuhi ng'agenda e Nairobi nga ffe tugenda e Nigeria. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Haji Hassan Galiwanga obulungi bwe obirabira ku bungi bw'abantu abali wano. Tewali nnyo kye tuyinza kwogera ng'abasomesa. Haji Hassan Dr. Galiwanga yasoma nga Haji Muluga bw'abagambye, twafuna obubonero kyenjagala buli omu ategeere obugenda e Makerere. Era ekyo buli omu akitegeere, Haji Hassan Galiwanga yafuna obubonero nga 18 n'agamba nti nze sijja kugenda Makerere, ngenda ku Islamic University in Uganda. Najja ne basoma, era baali mabega waffe nga tubalondoola. N'asoma n'afuna first class, n'agamba nti nja kusoma masters. Ne tumusomesa, nasomesaako Galiwanga nga mwana mugezi ate nga mukkakkamu, era abadde omusomesa omulungi. Muwulidde ebifaayo byonna bye bamwogeddeko. Abadde nga administrator. He has been not only historian, he has been a maker of history, but also a philosopher, and also an analyst. He had a common power of observation, analysis, and judgment. Nga buli ky'omubuuza wonna waali asobola okuyamba, era asobola okubeerawo, era ye yatuwa n'amagezi amalala, n'agamba nti tubeere n'ensawo y'abaana abateesobola, ye bagenda ng'otuweereza. Era kati tufunye eddibu ddene mu byenjigiriza, buli omu agezeeko mweyunge muteekewo Alhaji Dr. Hassan Galiwanga. Mu famire ye tubadde tumumanyi. Bwe twakola independence eya 59 fwe twali Nairobi mu nju ye, gye yalongoosa nga mwe tusula. Era njagala obbabuulira ekisembayo nti Haji Hassan has been a man of prodigious wisdom, a witful man of intelligence, who can easily have one virtue that I saw, simplicity. Era n'olwekyo njagala obbagamba kino, musomesa abaana mubateekemu empisa n'obwagazi n'obwetawaaze, because he has been highly educated but with a lot of simplicity. Ekyo kyenkomyawo, kampeeko mukwano gwange abatoolere ku salaamu. Wahadha salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Registrar Dr. Halim Aliawo asituke abawubireko, academic registrar wa Islamic University, n'abazze bonna aba university wano webali basituke mubalabeko bonna badde colleagues. We have been working. Bw'obeera omusomesa osigala ng'oli musomesa. Era Dr. Hassan kyabadde nga ayagala okubeera abadde ayagala kubeera professor. Yagamba nti baali bantutte Germany n'engamba kambeere okumpi ng'ayagala kudda kusomesa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dr. Jamil Serwanga, the Vice Rector in charge of Academic Affairs, Islamic University in Uganda. Kaseera kazibu nnyo naye kitusigaza kubeera nga tusabira muganda waffe Allah amuze kisa era amwe Jannat Firdaus. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, as we welcome the employers of our parent, Minister of Foreign Affairs, we want to welcome you to be represented on this special occasion. And we want to say the words of my professor from the Islamic University were loud and clear. Professor, he once told me, there is no student who can be better than his teacher. You have given a very powerful speech, south of the Sahara and north of the Limpopo. In fact, Mr. Osenda is saying that speech was fantamuginous. And it was quite befitting when we are sending off a man who dedicated his life to his country as a great teacher of the world. All this is Minister of Foreign Affairs. We want to appreciate. Yes, Salam TV, thank you for covering us live. And thank you for supporting all the programs of government. The PS is here, Salam TV, and all other media groups. Thank you very much. Your Excellency,
Webale nnyo MC, the family of our late colleague, Ambassador Al-Haj Hassan Galiwanga, cabinet ministers here, political leaders in your respective capacities, fellow mourners from Mbale and the rest of the country. It is indeed a sad day on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, indeed on behalf of our nation, for the loss of our dear colleague, brother, elder, statesman, but above all, a teacher, as we have heard throughout. My names are Charles Sentongo, Acting Permanent Secretary, but also I'm the Chief of Protocol. I'm here to represent the ministry as an institution, but also to represent Honorable J.J. Odong, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, who due to state duties and other colleagues who are elsewhere have not been able to come here. With your permission, fellow mourners, let me first of all introduce the colleagues I've come with. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is looked at or comprised in three aspects: the ministry headquarters and the embassies or high commissions. With me here are the men and women whom His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda has assigned, and based on the confidence he has in them, as has been with the case with Haj Hassan Galiwanga, to represent you, to represent him abroad, represent you and the country in general abroad. Let me begin with Ambassador Motsaz, who represents us in Cuba, Havana. Ambassador Mobiru, who represents Uganda in Berlin, Ambassador Gw'okuziikka, who not only is an ambassador in Russia, but worked very closely with the late Mama and Ambassador Dorothy Hewer, former minister and our High Commissioner to Australia. And she has reminded me that she worked very closely with the late Dr. Galiwanga at the NRM Secretariat. So the people you see representing our country have not only been political players, but are now diplomatic actors. On the other side, let me express this very well. Ambassador Galiwanga, as you have heard, was appointed by the president a few years ago. And because of the qualities you have heard here, those qualities which he brought the political process, those processes he has brought the community, and those processes he brought to the nation, he saw fit to make him the head or High Commissioner of Uganda to Kenya. That's number one. But on top of that, High Commissioner to Seychelles, and on top of that, ambassador or representative to the United Nations Environmental Program, and UN Habitat. But the High Commission in Nairobi is one of the few, which is one of the largest and one of the most important High Commissions in our country. It covers 2 cities. The main office is in Nairobi, and we have an office called a consulate in Mombasa, whose main role is to take care of our port interests and trade of our country. Now, in this regard, we are represented here by Ambassador Paul Mukumbya, who heads our office in Mombasa, but has been working directly under Ambassador Galiwanga, and he will read the message on behalf of the High Commission. Next to him is Mr. Ariaba Evans, who has been deputizing Ambassador Galiwanga. But in that office, and the importance of our relations with Kenya, we have very many senior officers whom Ambassador Galiwanga has been working with or supervising. First is Major General Kawaga. Many of you in Mbale know him. He was once a division commander. His main job is to coordinate our defense cooperation with Kenya and East Africa. Next is Assistant Inspector General of Police, Mr. Nduguse, whom of you have been known very in the country. He used to be the head of counterterrorism. He's now in our mission in Nairobi, but has also been working under Ambassador Galiwanga. His main role is working on our cooperation with Kenya on how we can tackle crime in our region. There are other officers. I would like you to raise up your hand. I want to point out that we also have representatives of the Ghanaian community who have come to be deferred to their boss. So leaders of the Ghanaian community. At the Ministry of Headquarters, we have the Undersecretary, Mr. Stephen Chaterekera. When you hear the person who has been coordinating the financing and the organization of the repatriation of the remains of the deceased, working in hand with Ms. Bernadette Sempa from the High Commission, they have played a key role from the time the deceased entered the hospital to the time when he died, the time he was repatriated to Entebbe, and the time here, and they are still playing that role until the burial is over. May I, at this juncture, with your permission, request Ambassador Mukumbya to read a message on behalf of the High Commission.
Thank you, Ambassador Sentongo. Fellow mourners, all protocol observed. The members of staff of the Uganda High Commission to Kenya and its Seychelles and the Uganda Consulate General in Mombasa convey their heartfelt condolences to the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the family members, relatives, and friends upon the unfortunate passing of our beloved team leader and High Commissioner, His Excellency Dr. Hassan Waswa Galiwanga. Dr. Galiwanga reported to the mission in Nairobi on 13 February 2021. Since he reported, he has worked tirelessly to build a strong team that has made remarkable achievements within the short time he has been there. He has been instrumental in strengthening Uganda's bilateral relations with Kenya, harnessing the contribution of Uganda's diaspora to national development and effective execution of the mission's development projects, among others. Dr. Galiwanga passed on at Nairobi Hospital yesterday morning, 16th January 2023. The officials of the government of Kenya and heads of diplomatic missions and international organizations based in Nairobi, who have not been able to physically come to Mbale to condole with the family, friends, and relatives, are currently signing a condolence book at the mission chancery in Nairobi, which will remain open until Friday, 20th January 2023. Dr. Hassan Waswa Galiwanga has been a kind father to us, a patient mentor, and an exemplary leader to all of us. We have greatly benefited from his many years of experience as a wise teacher, an effective manager, and an inspiring leader. We shall greatly miss him. May Allah grant him the highest peak of Jannah and forgive his sins. For and on behalf of all the members of staff of the Uganda High Commission in Nairobi and the Consulate General in Mombasa.
Thank you, Paul. With your permission, fellow mourners and MC, may I request Mr. Ariabaha, who has been working closely with the deceased and was with him up his last moments. Paul, Evans, please tell the mourners a few of the last moments of the deceased.
Thank you very much, Acting PS of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. My name is Ariabaha Evans. I've been working as a deputy to Dr. Hassan Waswa Galiwanga, and I would like to give a few highlights on what I recall leading to the event today. On 16th of December, before we broke off for Christmas, he signed the letter that he would be going to Uganda and that I would take charge of the mission when he's away. When in Uganda, as Christmas ended, he fell sick. He was admitted in Murago and eventually referred to Nairobi Hospital, where I received him on a Thursday, the 12th of January, 2023. He was admitted to Nairobi Hospital, and I hope members of the family will give more details. He was received by a very competent team, a team led by Professor Kaima at Nairobi Hospital, and attended to closely by members of his family. I would like to assure mourners that he got the best treatment that could be afforded. He got the best care that was available, and in the circumstances, we human beings could not do more than we did. So he stayed in the hospital. We checked on him on a daily basis to to get reports and updates until the 16th of January, which is yesterday, and by coincidence, the very day on which he signed leaving me in charge a month earlier, so I have not been able to hand over back to him. On the contrary, we went to the hospital, worked closely with the family members and the insurance company, and airlifted his remains, and we reached here.
Ladies and gentlemen, around the corner is the Chief Mourner, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. Immediately she arrives, tugenda kuyimirira tuyimbe oluyimba lw'eggwanga, wetumala tugende mu maaso. Naye abakamera tugenda kukyuka, we muva wali mwena mugenda kudda wali, temubeera wano, protocol ngambye. Wali awali Salamu TV wali ebadde wano okuva ku makya. Twagala bategeeza abakungubazi nti Third Deputy Prime Minister Hajati Nakadama Isanga naye atuuse ku mukolo guno. Deputy Mufti wa Uganda Sheikh Ssemambo aweesezza omukolo guno ekitiibwa. Mukimanyi bulungi nti Minister of Foreign Affairs yeri wano, naye katulinde ekoleka final lap nga Vice President atuuse. Mukyukemuuko kati tugenda kutunula wali wetuti. Tutunule wali wetuti, tetuddayo wano, zino kamera tuzigobye. Like this. MC, you shift here. Mukubeko mu ngalo katono as we receive the Chief Mourner, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, retired Major Jessica Alupo. Karibuni sana. Hwahwenyai yemai. Mwamwenyai yemai. Mukubirako mu ngalo. DJ, immediately we settle. We are going in for the national anthem. The spokesperson of the UPDF, Comrade Kuraije, karibuni sana. The time is now for the national anthem.
mshikamano iwe msingi wa umoja wetu, na tulinde uhuru na amani, mila zetu na desturi zetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. Viwandani na hata mashambani, tufanye kazi sote kwa makini, tujitoe kwa hali na mali, tuijenge jumuiya bora. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Yes, let us take our seats. The media, you are kindly requested to take that position. The media, you are kindly requested to take the right position. Kindly clear that front. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, retired Major Jessica Alupo. My name is Haj Imran Muluga, the resident District Commissioner of Bukedea and son of my fallen parent, Dr. Hassan Galiwanga. Your Excellency, on behalf of the family, we want to welcome you warmly and want to thank the government of Uganda for recognizing our father, our parent, for the mega contributions to this country. He dedicated his life for the service of his people, his religion, and his countrymen. Your Excellency, on this very important occasion, just in front here, we have the Chief of Protocol and High Commissioners of the Ugandan government who are paying tribute as you arrived on this auspicious occasion. We have been honored on this function that the Secretary General of the party, the Right Honorable Todwong, is in the house. Little wonder that the man we are paying tribute to served not only as a politician, as LC3 in this city, but he rose to the rank of Residence Commissioner and later Chief Mobilizer at the NRM Secretariat. At the time of his death, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Hassan Galiwanga, he was serving as the High Commissioner in Kenya. As we celebrate his life, a number of ministers have graced this occasion. At an appropriate time, a lead minister will be introducing them to you. We are honored to have members of parliament grace this function. We have former members of parliament, we have former chairpersons of LC5, we have the current chairpersons of LC5, and a galaxy of resident state commissioners. Your Excellency, the Deputy Mufti, as of now, is leading a number of faithfuls because Dr. Galiwanga was a religious man who served his religion and constructed a number of mosques. We want to thank the media houses, they are here, and Salam TV that covered this function right from yesterday. Your Excellency, kindly accept the head of protocol to conclude the speech as we recognize the presence of the Vice Rector of the Islamic University in Uganda and his big team because Dr. Galiwanga was not only a student of the university, but he was a lecturer when he became a doctor. Once again, Your Excellency, we want to welcome you warmly and feel at home. Chief of Protocol.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the family of our late colleague and brother, Ambassador Al-Haj Dr. Galiwanga, cabinet ministers here, members of parliament, political leaders in your respective capacities, fellow mourners, ladies and gentlemen. What I've remained with is to deliver the messages of our Minister of Foreign Affairs and the message from the Minister or the Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, where Ambassador Galiwanga has been accredited. So, with your permission, allow me to read our Minister of Foreign Affairs message. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is deeply saddened to learn of the death of Ambassador Hassan Galiwanga, who has been serving as Uganda's High Commissioner to Kenya, Seychelles, and the permanent representative of the United Nations Environment Programme and United Nations Habitat, which occurred yesterday in Nairobi. On behalf of the Ministry Headquarters, Uganda Missions Abroad, and on my own behalf, I wish to convey our sincere and heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and the country at large upon the untimely passing of our senior colleague. The late Ambassador Hassan Galiwanga has contributed significantly to the country's political, social, and economic development. His services were characterized by patriotism, commitment, diligence, dignity, humility, and unquestionable integrity. During the time he has served as Uganda's commission to Kenya, he greatly contributed to strengthening of the bilateral relations between our two countries for the mutual benefit of our respective people. The ministry, therefore, appreciates the contribution made by the late Ambassador Galiwanga in promoting Uganda's interests in Kenya and the Seychelles, where he was accredited. We pray to the Almighty Allah and comfort the family during this sad, trying moment. Inaila Wana Rajin. Honorable Abubakar J.J. Odong, General Minister of Foreign Affairs. The second message is by the Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, who has been the main supervisor, if I can say, or the main contact of Ambassador Galiwanga in Kenya. Those of you who have been following the news and social media, a lot of messages have poured in as they comfort us on the death of our colleague. But allow me to read one to represent all the messages. It fills me individually and all of us collectively to be our brother. The late Hassan was such a joy to be around, and in the short time I knew him, we interacted very well. I pass my condolences and sympathy and prayers on behalf of the people, the government of the Republic of Kenya, to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the government and the people of Uganda, and on the sad date of our brother Hassan Galiwanga. May he rest in peace. Signed, Dr. Alfred N. Mutua, Cabinet Secretary, Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Republic of Kenya. Thank you. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Thank you very much. The Acting Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Makubire ko mu ngalo abakulu abo be babadde bakola n'omugenzi twagala basiima okuva ebule n'ebweya okujja okwerekera taata waffe. Next on the program are the friends. The family has requested me. We have 3 special friends. 2 minutes. Kindly come. And immediately after that, we are going to have the family. But Your Excellency, allow me read in a special way to recognize these friends who are not here but have been quite supportive. Dr. Ayuk Simon Peter, a great physician who has supported Doctor while he's sick. Dr. Kaima James, the cardiologist, we want to recognize you. Professor Kaima Joshua, Nairobi Hospital, we say thank you very much. Dr. Twakir Ahmed from Aga Khan Hospital, as a family, we want to recognize your contribution. Luyanzi Do Gracious, webale nnyo webalire ddala. Dr. Mugoya, a modern diagnostic, twagala kusiima. Mrs. Bernadette Sempa from Nairobi Hospital, the family would like to thank you very specially. The Uganda High Commission of Nairobi, thank you for taking care of our dear friend and parent. Mofa Kampala, Mr. Evans Ayabaha, Nairobi, we want to thank you and you go on record. Hajat Kimbo wa Farida, who is from the Women Council in a special way, we want to thank you for attending and we want to thank you very much. The lead friends is the Executive Director, Salam TV, Oliwa Jangotandike. I'm told 2 minutes ku TV mutirotuwa dakiika emu twagala kulaba obona akozesa eddakiika 2 n'emikwano emirala as the family members led by Haji Zubair Galiwanga, you get prepared. Hajat Kimbo Farida, Chairperson Women Council, webale kujja era tusiima omukwano ogubaddewo. Madam, yes, this is the Executive Director, Salam TV. You are live on Salam TV.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honorable, the Third Deputy Prime Minister, Hajjati Rukia. Let's leave out the protocol given the factor of the time, but the Minister of Foreign Affairs and all the ministries, departments of the government of Uganda, Your Eminence, that the First Deputy Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Abdullah Semambo, and all the clergy of that side, and my dear monarchs. I have been called upon as one of the friends and a brother to His Excellency Dr. Waswa Galiwanga. Why this happens, Your Excellency, yesterday, given the fact, and after analyzing and getting views from people here, I might be the last to be a friend to His Excellency Dr. Galiwanga. My friendship starts just near here, 2021, during COVID time, you can see. But immediately after getting sad news, I received a call from Nairobi. The family calls me and gives me the issue of arranging how he could be transported from the airport. However, the family said that wait for instructions and guidance from Foreign Affairs, Embassy from Nairobi, and the family here in Uganda. I also wondered why I have been given that role, but I remained firm, knowing that maybe they know the words doctor has been talking about me of late, but nothing than development. However, before I make only one statement, Your Excellency, the Vice President of Republic of Uganda, allow me, on my own behalf, by the role I was given yesterday by the family and for the trust by the Foreign Affairs Minister, and watching whatever was going around, and being my first time to come closer to some of the sensitive issues of the Foreign Affairs, thank the Minister, Ambassador Sentongo, and the whole team. I studied a lot, Your Excellency, yesterday, and there is nothing they could do, not until they listen from the family and work towards the family. They did everything possible, which I may not say here, to thank these people. On behalf of the family, I know they will do it. By the role they've given me, I feel it is a disservice to me not to thank them. I was sitting with the Undersecretary for several hours, consulting Ambassador Sentongo, but wherever could get a challenge within 5 minutes, Your Excellency, Madam, these people could provide a solution. This solution I would give only one among many. After missing the flight at 2:30, Ambassador Sentongo, the embassy in Nairobi, immediately said that we are bringing doctor at night around 10. However, we are going to do some special arrangement, and if we succeed, we'll be informing you, given the fact that the Mufti of Uganda would need to bury as per the norms of Islam. Immediately, within 30 minutes, I get a call from the Undersecretary calling on behalf of Ambassador Sentongo that a charter is bringing him. And we are going to lift him to Mbale from Entebbe. Thank you very much. It is a request by the Mufti to have Ambassador at Supreme Council first that let us down not to have that chopper to bring him here. But they had organized it within a shortest period to bring him here. Akasembayo mikwano jaffe. Lwaki bandeese wano? Your Excellency, kankozesa another few seconds, he's standing here. Why I'm here? And if I don't say it, really abantu b'Embale nja kuba mbakoze bubi ne Gw'anga. Ambassador, namutuukako nga Salam Television, one of the brand of Next Media, out of 11 brands, Salam Television is in charge of development. That's our work. I was brought to him by one of our colleagues who died recently, called King Nasa, yeyandete wa Ambasada. King nangamba ono omusajja Galiwanga azimba center esinga obunene mu Eastern region neba ne bonna. He's a good mobilizer. Akoze omulimu gwa mobilization naye okusinziira ku Salam Television, they need your push. It was COVID time. You had given us, Madam Vice President, the right to move all over the country as journalists. I could move. I visited them in their home. I saw a very quiet, humble professor, a doctor, very humble. Then we traveled here to Mbale, Madam, to visit the center, which is there, which might be second in this country, the biggest. With the time, they will make you visit the project of your friend. Now we start meeting him. We organized it. It was COVID time. We organized the tent like this, Madam. I want to show you the man. that has left us today. Now to take a abantu those that we are around 30, COVID sitting. Within 15 minutes, he mobilized 75 million in a few minutes to make sure that much as COVID is going on, let the project not stand. Madam, gwe mulimu, why even the family, why His Eminence, the Dusikas of Mbale, decided to put me on this list. Oromukwano, Gwembadenina ne Galiwanga for the purpose of development. We commit ourselves in front of you, and I have talked to the CEO of next year, Dr. King Ibrahim, that this year we are going to put much mobilization and emphasis through Salam Television to work on the project of Nakaloke, the center which is behind here. Because when I met him, Your Excellency, as I wind up, I talked to him, basing on the projects that were on my schedule. I told him it was towards the end of 2019. I told him that we would do this project in 2023. The colleague who was seated beside him, King Nasa, Nagamba, tujja kuba tufudde. Ne mugamba nti no temujja kufa. Tukyaliwo bidini Rahman. A few months back, we buried his colleague, King Nasa. When we buried King Nasa, I felt that all my projects in the Eastern region may come at standstill. Not knowing that there is Ambasada Galiwanga. Omusajja awadde obudde bwe n'afaayo nnyo ku lw'abantu ba wano. Dr. Galiwanga, wherever he could come this side, with permission, maybe, or without, nsaba Ambassador musonyiwe, Ambassador Sentongo, he would fly from Nairobi. Najja na meeting a team yaffe. And he said, I will never sleep in hotels of Mbale. I put a palace for the purpose of development. And a development that is needed in Bugisu, this is their home. My wives are somewhere else, others are in Nairobi, others have their houses in Kampala. This house is here for development. It is only recent, Madam Vice President, when I came quietly, I was going to Soroti. We were distributing some medical requirements into various hospitals in Soroti and some other districts. I made a stop over here, and he came to know about it. He learned about it. He sent the imams to get me out of the hotels with my team to come and sleep in this house. That's Galiwanga. He could not take anything simple and small. Orokuba yalitaliwo, he did not get time to invite the family, the wives, to come and be with us in the house. Nabeerawo n'abantu ba imama batuyambako. I was shocked as I wind up. Bwe baamala okuteeka emmere ku dining, he said, first take a picture. I see the photo. They want to eat. That's your friend. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Webale nnyo ebigambo ebyo bimala. Salam TV mukwano gw'omugenzi omu owokubiri musazeeko wetumala famire Haj Zubairi beeraredde abaana tubalabeko famire tugirabeko ono y'omukwano omugenzi asembayo dakiika 2.
Your Excellency, the Vice President, all cabinet ministers present, members of parliament, religious leaders, my party Secretary General, Right Honorable Richard Odong, and all VIPs and protocol observed. I'm here to read a message on behalf of MK Ame to the family of Ambassador Hassan Galiwanga. Our deepest condolence to you and your family. Your husband was an extraordinary man, and his loss will be felt by many. His legacy in politics, business, education will remain unrivaled for years to come. He was a true patriot who diligently served his motherland, Uganda. He will be greatly missed. We shall keep you and your entire family in our prayers. Enclosed is 1 million shilling, signed by Balamba Rugahara Atenyi, on behalf of our Supreme Leader, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Rest in peace, Ambasada Galiwanga.
Thank you very much. The time is now to invite the family. Haji Zubair, Munaberawa. Nga family jia, we want to recognize the organizing committee. Organizing committee, tubasaba mujjeko wanabateeseteesa omukolo guno. Mwebale tuweesa kitiibwa. Era tubasaba simanyi kyonna akola. Media is here and we would love to see the family. Media, you can change.
Mr. Naswagi, can I get those documents? Mr. Naswagi, can I get those documents? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله.
Sorry. Organizing committee, muubireko vice president. Mwebale kujja. Nga chairman wa family, a organizing committee. Thank you very much. Barakallahu fikum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This salam I'm going to say is especially for Her Excellency, the Vice President. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There is no reason why people don't call takbir. Takbir. Salamu ya Vice President, mujiulide. Madam, thank you so much. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, retired Major Jessica Alupo, I want to call you our own because you're a product of Galiwanga's brain and investment. I'm very sure that you are an OG of Mbale Progressive Secondary School. Thank you so much. Honorable Deputy Third Prime Minister, the ministers present, members of Parliament, and all dignitaries, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. This day is a very difficult day. That you can try to look for words that you would use to make sure you describe what we are going through. But one thing I want to assure you is that the loss of my brother, Dr. Hassan Waswa Galiwanga, it has not only affected us, but I want to tell you, when I look around, we are strengthened by your presence. Thank you so much. First and foremost, before I give you the biography of Dr. Galiwanga, before me here, I'm with some members of the family. But I want to ask all the children of Dr. Galiwanga, wherever you are, if you can't walk here, kindly stand up for recognition. Please, Nancha, I'm seeing you. Smile. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellence, those are the queens. But I have others who are supposed to be with us, but we have delegated them for other duties. You can see a big man moving towards me. It's on that note that I want to ask one of the children of Dr. Galiwanga to say something. Then I'll carry on with the report of the family. The person going to say that is none other than my namesake, Miro Zubairi Galiwanga. Miro.
All protocol observed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to start by thanking every person who has come here to send off our father. Really appreciate, and that is not something that we can take for granted. It is something that has shown us that our father was not only important to us as a family, but he was important to his neighbors, his society, the surrounding communities, and the whole world at large. It is a day of sadness, but I would like to think it is also a day of happiness or a day of celebration. You know, one wise man said that the biggest tragedy in life is not to reach the end of life, but the biggest tragedy in life is to reach the end of life only to realize that you've never truly lived. Our father truly lived. What is truly living? Because today I see many people who are simply breathing, but they're not living. Living is fulfilling the purpose of your creation. Our father has done everything, or almost everything, that the Creator put him in this planet to do. That's why he has brought all these crowds here. And I'm sure he's going to stay in the memories of every person that has benefited from him or has ever known him. I am out of words to describe him, because for the things he has done during his lifetime, I don't think the words that can describe my father have been invented. I can say only this about my dad.